it, so we have reappeared.
App ने बुलाया और हम चले आए. New season, new ideas. They better appeal to me.
New season, new judge, old host.
Do you guys realize that I'm actually out here, but I'm not needed because you are doing such a fabulous job? I'm redundant. Should I go away? Because I'm absolutely feeling unwanted.
Arey, I think you're right, yeah. We don't need you. You're like an appendix. You know?
Okay, one more witty one-liner, a cunning magic twist on app. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'd like to review your job application.
Application, okay. All
I
right.
don't think so. You are a good appliance over here.
Okay, there we go. Achha, the gadgety twist.
Sir, app कमाल के इंसान है.
Achha, chalo, at least one person, but everybody living up to their reputation that you've already had. But, it is absolutely fabulous. Season 2 of what has turned out to be the world's biggest reality show in terms of the number of people and apps that are coming in. I'm very happy to have you here, even if you people don't really want me. It's happening every single time that more and more people want to take away my job. First it was Shah Rukh Khan in season 1, now 4 of you out here. I'm absolutely not needed, right?
Don't be so upset.
I'm very upset, yaar. I'm totally upset. Amazing pronunciation, Kalki. Okay, we are here. It's another year and another absolutely wonderful season in store. This is Nokia, Your Wish is My App, Season 2, the world's first reality show dedicated to finding the most innovative, the most interesting, and the most insane apps from all over India. Will this season bring even more incredible apps? You can be the judge of that, and they will be the judge of it here. But here in the studio, this fine panel of judges will pronounce their verdicts. Let me introduce them. First and absolutely foremost, strategically seated right next to me, the best place that she can be, screenwriter and actor, and I am so happy that I can pronounce her name finally. Watch me do this. Watch this. Kalki Kekla.
Kya baat kar rahe ho?
Awesome! Give me a hand. I struggled for 6 shows last time, and when I got it right, it was over. And now let's move on to our next judge. Is a writer, a TV presenter, and is really vying for my job. Executive chef of the Michelin-starred Janoon restaurant in New York City. He creates extraordinary dishes in his kitchen, but most of his female customers would rather have him for dessert. Vikas Khanna, great to have you back. Now, the part that everybody wants to know is, are you still going to be as nice as you were last year?
I was not nice.
Except when there are food apps. Then we see this whole Dr. Jekyll and style. Boom! Okay.
Hiding dinosaur.
And next is another equally sweet man. Someone, as per his own very modest self-description on Twitter, is, watch this, marathon runner, gamer, entrepreneur, investor, sportsman, fitness freak, foodie, traveler, TED. Should I carry on?
Tedster.
Okay, Tedster, gadget freak, and about 40 other words. Did you pay Twitter more? Because we can't get such a long description in. We managed somehow. Did you pay these guys that I want more from there?
Well, they had to make more than 140 characters for me for sure.
Okay, and I haven't even got your name as yet, but do I even need to introduce you? Vishal Gondal, in a whole new role. We're going to find out something about what is strapped onto your wrist as we go along. Looks like a very interesting new device. Yeah. What is it called? Something key,
Go
right?
Key.
Go Key. We will find out a whole lot more. But great to have you back. Same question for you though. Are you going to be as sweet as you were last year?
See, the problem is, even though I'm sweet, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to choose the best app.
Say jobs to most people and they'll probably reply, Steve. Say that to our next and final judge and he'll probably say, sign up on my website. The founder and executive vice chairman of Info Edge India Limited, probably best known for Naukri.com, Sanjeev Bikhchandani. Did I get that pronunciation right?
Absolutely.
This has been so tough. I've been more nervous about the 2 pronunciations from the front and the back than anything else. What do most people do? What do they say?
Mir Chandani. That's a very common one.
Okay.
Then Big Chandani.
Bheek one is the one I keep
Well,
hearing.
Bheek is okay. That's pretty close. But Big Chandani also happens.
And then, of course, there's me, tech god, Rajiv Makni. Sad that I only have one person that agrees with that, and that is me. So here's what will happen. Every contestant, very cutely called an applicant, last time I'll use that, will come forward and they will get 60 seconds here on the circle of death to present their ideas. The judges will then grill them and the applicant on the app idea will have a lot more to talk about. At the end of every show, all the applicants will be brought back out here. The judges will have scored them, but there is a small twist. Every judge gets 1 extra point at the end. And that's going to happen in a discussion. So who goes through at the end of the show to the national final will be discussed right at the end. And the grand prize for the person who wins the final, 1 million rupees to the final winner of Your Wish Is My App Season 2. Our first contestant of Season 2 is a high flyer. He's always traveling, so the demands from home for Swiss chocolates and Scotch whiskey just keep coming. Does he have an app for that? Let's find out from Mumbai's Dipesh Manglani. All right, so now you've got to dazzle us. Your 60 seconds start now.
Thank you. There are 3 billion people who travel around the world in 1 year. This app will change the way they shop. The application will show you best deals from duty-free airports around the world. For example, here is my home screen. In this case, we are traveling to San Francisco from Bangalore, and we are visiting via Dubai. And we have chosen our product category as liquor, perfumes, or whatever you want to choose. The next screen, we have selected, the screen is showing that Chanel perfume is best available at San Francisco Airport rather than Dubai or Bangalore. So now you can save money and you can save time before even going to the airport. This app will also tell users how much amount of duty-free products they can carry in a particular country, so they don't have problems in customs and everywhere else. The app should be free, and it will make money from advertisements. Thank you. I don't believe that duty-free shops would be very easily giving you data as to prices, because they typically would not want a price comparison. So that is, you may run into some problem there. How do you deal with that?
Well, first, because we are doing free marketing for them, so they might be interested in giving us the data. Otherwise, we can get it from their websites. So all duty-free, so far what I've checked, they all have the best offers and best deals on their website. So we can either take it from there, or we can ask them to give it to us for free marketing.
The app idea is good, but I'm not sure if the user behavior is like this. What happens in duty free is you have 3 hours to kill.
Yeah.
You are just roaming around in the airport. You like something, you buy it. You're not really, oh, I'll now buy it in the next airport.
It's not a shopping place. It's like, that's what we do because we have that time. I agree with Vishal, but at the same time, you know, it's like certain people, I know there are times when I'm too busy when I'm traveling. So the only place I can do all these things are duty free.
It could create a great wish list of what you want to buy during this trip, which is fantastic. That you have everything check marked, that these are things you're going to carry home. That's a great idea.
I still think it's a great idea, very well presented, well thought out. I think this has come from a need because you travel that much.
Exactly.
So most of the best apps come when you feel a need for something. The great one. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. 1 down, 29 to go. Next up is an applicant who don't need no education. All in all, it's just another app in the wall. From Bangalore, Devyani Rohela. Great to have you here, Devyani. Fantastic. 60 seconds, tell us what is this brilliant idea.
100% attendance is a thing of the past. In today's age, you actually get awarded for having full attendance. Bunking is as synonymous to students as canteen, proxy, fests. And among all these fun things, we don't have the time to keep track of how much we're bunking and how much more we can bunk. One thing which we always find time for is our mobile phones, and that's where my app comes in. You enter the timetable and the minimum attendance requirement in the beginning of the semester. Keep feeding in every time you bunk a class, and my app will color code each subject into red, yellow and green zones. We all know traffic lights, so that doesn't need explaining. And it'll also act as a reminder for test dates and submission dates. So the next time you want to watch your favorite artist play in the city instead of attending chemistry, then just check in with your bunking buddy, and if it says green, dash ahead.
May I first say that's one of the best presentations I've heard, maybe in season 1 and season 2. Awesomely done.
Yes.
Very well presented.
Will it prioritize subjects or?
It'll, you enter the number of subjects and it'll sync in with the local standard calendar. It'll calculate the number of working days and the number of hours for every subject will be conducted. And according to the minimum attendance required, it will calculate how many classes you can bunk of each subject.
Does it take into consideration the IQ level of the person that's using the app?
No, why would it need that?
Because if you're not very smart, you might need to attend a lot more.
It's a bit of a pain to enter each time you bunk or each time you attend. And if I miss that, then compliance is a problem for me.
You can always enter in later. Also, you can feed in future events, which you know you're not going to be able to
already
attend.
future bunking plans
No,
can be
as
fed in.
if there's a family function, it'll remind you not to bunk before because you'll be bunking later anyway. So it'll avoid shortage of attendance. Also, I think
What
students,
tragedy in your life has pushed you to create this app?
the paperwork for calculating how much we have already bunked. I think students will definitely download this app.
The need is definitely
I think
amongst
it'll
An
be
entirely
entire
for-
student community
for the
across the
community,
country.
yeah.
That's huge. Thank you very much, Devyani. Fantastic presentation. Great concept. Some other things are still a little iffy, but yes, everything else is great. Thank you very much. Now time for something a bit more serious. It's been reported that the total amount of blood available for transfusion in India is just 10% of what is actually needed. That's a shocking statistic. It's something to really think about. Can an app save the day? Delhi's Salil Grover certainly thinks so. Let's hear from him. Salil. Aapke 60 seconds start now.
If your friend or any of the relative met with an accident and require blood, what you do? Search out the blood bank and even call your relative, and even if you get a donor in this or that way, but transfusion of the blood takes about 5 to 10 hours, which will be which delays out of your time, and each and every time is very precious. So what my app does is the bridge the gap between the blood donor and the even the blood bank. Blood bank and donors are being connected to it, and it actually links out the it also features the healthcare artificial intelligence, so that the normal users can also use the app and also are motivated to donate the blood, and the blood banks also can connect to the millions of the people and also provide them the optimal healthcare solutions in the day-to-day life, and also and the healthcare artificial intelligence also provides them with the they can like the students and all, they can just besides contacting the doctor, they can just ask their app what to do in this or that situation. It can provide them the optimal solutions.
Well presented, and it's a good noble thought, but let's find out from the jury
So have you
now.
heard of Social Blood? Socialblood.org.
What my app does is it not only provides you with the just linking you with the donors or something. There is no case of emergency blood we see. If we get the donor, it will require about 5 to 10 hours. But my app does is it connects the blood bank with the donors, so that if the blood bank is getting deficiency of a particular blood group, so that it can send a push notification.
That's pretty much what Social Blood does. I think
I think he's talking about one differentiator, and that is that it's taking away any middle person. It's direct connection between you who wants to donate and blood banks where they may be running low on a particular kind. I think
and a blood bank could put a message on Social Blood saying that, hey, I want this particular blood group urgent required. So all that is...
If I'm not a regular donor or, I'm not donating every 2 months, why would I download the app?
If you want day-to-day healthcare solution, if you have a headache or something, you besides contact always going to doctor or something in your day-to-day busy life, you can just ask your app what pills should I take or what should I take.
like I said, good noble thoughts, but some parts have been pointed out that may have some weaknesses. But overall, great thought and very well presented. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Time for a break right now. When we return, we'll hear from an applicant who wants to help lovers on a budget, and another, a ranger of trysts of the corporate kind. All this when we return with Nokia, Your Wish is My App, Season 2.